Hi guys, welcome to another episode of VaderTech. So, this is going to be a quick episode. I said that about the last one, but sometimes I just get ahead of myself and I love to talk. So, without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. This episode is going to be about glove replacement. So, the gloves that come with the Rubies, they are like a vinyl. They're not the greatest. As a matter of fact, I have them right here. As you can see, they're not the best thing in the world. And they also, after you've worn them for a little while, your sweat kind of puddles up in here and it really starts to stink. I mean, yeah, you can turn them inside out and wash them. I've sprayed Febreze down here. I've done everything possible. But yeah, they still kind of have that sweaty, stinky smell to them. The fitment, I mean, they do fit. They're tight. Oh, I just noticed that the stitching here is actually starting to come out. So I have a hole right there. No matter, because I'm replacing these. So these here are the Rubies. Okay. And like I say, they're like a cheap vinyl. And we are swapping those out with real leather gloves. As you can see, the detail on these are a whole lot better. They have the stitching that you can actually see. Okay, these are a size medium. There is a size chart on the website to purchase these. They tell you how to measure your hand and everything to get the right fit. And all I can say is go by the measuring chart, because this thing fits me perfectly. Put it in. Oh yes, perfect. Okay. As a comparison, I'm going to put this up to the Rubies, and you can definitely see the difference. Okay. I can't remember. I will try to put the link in the description of this video of where I've got these. I believe he has all the versions. Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, which is basically your Revenge of the Sith, from what I can see. Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi are all this style here. Rogue One and A New Hope, it's different because your lines here actually go the opposite way on those gloves. But like I say, we are going for a Revenge of the Sith look due to the fact that the Rubies costume is based off of that look. And I just wanted to upgrade some parts to make the costume look a whole lot better. Okay. Now, another issue that I thought I was going to run into with getting these, which was the same issue I had with the Rubies glove, was my MyCom system. How was that going to work with the new gloves? And so I reached out to Mike, who is the owner and creator of MyCom, and I asked him, what would you prefer? Would you prefer a tight-fitting glove for the MyCom or a loose-fitting glove to make it, work the best way possible? And he said you want the glove a little loose but not falling off. Okay, so I allowed myself a little tiny bit of extra room when I did my measurements, and that serves. I mean, I can already tell you this thing slides on a whole lot better than the Rubies. It is also lined, which is nice and soft, as to where your Rubies is not lined. It's just that, well, no, I take it back, it's lined, but it's it's not a soft material. It's it's like a canopy material in here, as to where this one has an actual like cotton material. But yes, this is a beautiful, beautiful glove. And what I wanted to do for everybody here is I went ahead and brought out my Micom rig. Okay, I didn't bring out the whole bits and pieces of it because I'm not going to hook it completely up. I just wanted to see how it was going to fit with the glove. Okay, so Micom on like this here, and then we will put the glove on. And yes, there it is. The buttons are accessible. I can click them, no problems. Yes. Okay. And as you know, this piece here, it runs on the inside of your costume, and your board here, I have it attaching to the under part of my armor. I have a whole video on that setup. I might make a new video due to the fact that I'm actually talking with Mike now about getting the new Micom 2.0. My name is actually on the list for the next run of those. Which that Micom is a whole lot better. He told me that this piece here is thinner, which will be nice for these new gloves because this piece here is thick. So when I do put that glove on, it does make the glove fit a little bit tighter. Not so much that it's cutting off my circulation or anything like that. However, this will be much thinner on the 2.0. The soundboard is different on the 2.0. It can hold unlimited amounts of Vader lines, which is awesome. As to where these can only hold so much, I believe you can have 10 phrases per trigger, as to where the new 2.0, you can have as many phrases as you want per trigger, which is going to be beautiful. I'm also working with Mike about getting custom lines, which I have been doing for the past years. He's already done like 2 different sets of custom lines for me. So that's another great thing about the Micom is you can have Vader say whatever you want. You just have to pay the extra money to get the lines done. So with me doing birthday parties and other stuff like that, you know, I can actually have Darth Vader tell the kid, you know, happy birthday, young one, or, you know, just something into a birthday effect, right? Stuff that Darth Vader wouldn't normally say, I can have him say. You know, you just got to pay the extra money. I believe it's $2 a word. So I mean, let's sum it up. Happy birthday, young one. Okay, we're gonna say young one is all one word. Okay, so that's $6, right? For well, no. Happy is going to be one word, so happy birthday, because birthday is going to be one word, right? I believe so. We're going to say happy is one word, birthday is one word, young one is one word. Okay, it may be different. It's been a while since I've had him do it for me, but we're going to say $6, you know, for $2 a word, right? So I mean, you sum it all up. I mean, I can have Vader. I can spill out a whole phrase, and just that one little phrase can end up costing me $50, you know, $2 per word. So it can get rather expensive. However, it's worth it due to the fact that I can have Vader say whatever I want, and it shocks the audience, you know. Which now I'm going to get into my next topic. Not to hate on anybody or any of the 501st members or, you know, anybody watching this video. I've already had a comment about, you know, oh, the Rubies is junk, it's cheap plastic, you know, blah, 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 blah. Once again, not to hate on the person that sent me that, okay, I have seen his YouTube video, and yes, he has great, wonderful props, you know, all fiberglass, all very nice movie quality stuff. And like I mentioned to him in my comments, you know, that this channel is more for people who want to take the Rubies costume and mod it and make it, you know, the best that they can possibly get it. Yes, if I really, really wanted to, I could go out and buy all those high-end parts. You know, I make decent money, I could do that, okay? However, that was never my intention on starting to do the Darth Vader cosplay that I do. My intentions were never, oh, I'm going to make this high-end Darth Vader costume and join the 501st and, you know, all that kind of stuff. That was never my intentions. My intentions were, first of all, just to get a decent-looking Darth Vader costume for Halloween and going out and doing some events. Because back in the day, I used to party with I used to partner with a company that did birthday parties for kids. I went out as Darth Vader, and I also went out as Batman. Now my Batman costume, that's a whole different story there. That one is high-end. It is very movie quality. I've probably got about $2,000 in it. However, I grew up on Batman, and Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman, of course. That's my era, and my costume is the '89 version of Batman. Everything's rubber and latex. I mean, it's, you know, it's hot, it's heavy, but it's movie quality and it looks great. Now, we're going to get off of Batman because this is about Darth Vader, okay? Darth Vader was another one of my childhood heroes growing up. You know, I loved Star Wars. However, like I say, I saw the Rubies when it first came out, and I was like, oh, you know, that looks really good. It looks nice, which I believe everybody did, until everybody started buying it and they started to realize, okay, yeah, you know, it's plastic, it's this, it's that. The bodysuit, you know, there's only two standard sizes. You have a standard, and then I believe you have like an extra large, or a 2X or something like that. The standard fits the way it should fit. It's nice and tight. I am 6'1", 190 pounds. The problem with the standard, though, is it's really, really tight in the groin, okay? So you have a hard time sitting down, okay? You have a hard time kneeling, stuff like that. However, it's doable, but just know, the more you do that, the more you're going to start to rip the seams in that crotch area. So later in the future, I am looking on purchasing another undersuit. Right now, it's no big deal because the cod piece hides all that area anyway. So I'm not really too worried about it. And I've also seen other videos where people take the Rubies bodysuit, cut it in half, and get suspenders to hold up the bottom part, and then you just put on the top part. I might even do that, you know, in the future. But as for right now, the bodysuit is holding up. I just have a couple of stitches coming loose in the crotch area, no big deal, okay? And as the stitches come loose, it gives me a little bit of room in that crotch area. So yeah, it's nice. But it does look ugly without that cod piece there, I'll tell you that right now. But when that cod piece is there, you would never know the difference. So with that being said, we're going to jump right back into the quality and everything of the Rubies. So yes, for those of you that want to purchase a Rubies and want to go to the 501st, the Rubies costume is not going to work for you, okay? Straight out of the box, let me say that. So if you get the Rubies costume, you take it right out of the box, you put that bad boy on, you take pictures, you submit it to the Sith Lord detachments for approval, you're gonna get something back, you know, that you're not gonna like. Okay, I've never done it because, like I say, my intentions were never to join the 501st. But reading all the forums, they will tell you, no, the Rubies costume, there's too much wrong with it. You know, first of all, the helmet itself, I believe, is molded off of a Return of the Jedi helmet and not a Revenge of the Sith helmet. So that alone, the helmet is the wrong helmet to even go with the costume. Another thing that's wrong is the chest box, which we already did a video on that about the lights being backwards. Something Rubies messed up on, but that's an easy mod, easy fix. Just flip those two things around. The chain on the armor is wrong, which y'all saw in my repaint tutorial of the chest armor. I took that chain off. I have the correct chain on order. It has not arrived yet, but when it does arrive, we will have a new video on that, along with me putting it on the armor. The armor itself came, like I said, is really light. It's that light gray. And in the movies, I went back and watched the movies. I went back and watched Revenge of the Sith as well. It's a dark gunmetal gray. And even if you go to the Sith Lord detachments and you go down to the chest armor and you read, it says that all the raised parts are black and the other parts are a dark gunmetal gray. So I was like, you know what, that's an easy fix. I'll just buy some dark gunmetal gray and we'll just repaint it, and voila. And from what I've heard and videos that I've seen, people that repaint the Rubies armor can actually get it passed by the 501st, as long as it meets the specifications. For instance, A New Hope, okay? It would need to be repainted. I believe it's not glossy on A New Hope. You would have to go to the Sith Lord detachments and read it. But there is a video out there, I believe, the gentleman's name is KC Kenobi, yes. He took a Rubies costume and he turned around and converted it and got approved for the 501st as a New Hope Vader. So that alone tells me the Rubies costume can be converted. It's not complete garbage, as everybody says, okay? I mean, yes, if you put a 501st member next to somebody in a Rubies costume, you're going to see the difference right away, okay? High-end quality parts compared to plastic parts, okay? You're definitely going to see the difference. However, if you take those plastic parts and you take the time to paint them and make them look high-end, then I don't see a problem. As a matter of fact, KC Kenobi himself said it, that all of his stuff is almost all Rubies, and he's out there trooping with guys that have all these high-end pieces, and he says that his costume looks just as good as theirs. It all depends on how much time you put into it to make it look the way it needs to look. He had to repaint it, he had to weather it, and then I believe he had to get two foam pieces to put on the shoulder bells, because on A New Hope there's two black strips on the shoulder bells that are raised. So I believe he said he used foam for that, if I'm not mistaken, or he used some kind of a stripping. He just adhesed it on there, painted it, and 501st approved it because it looks the part. It's the right color and it looks the way it needed to look. Another thing they approved was his inner robe, and he did nothing to that. That is a Rubies inner robe, okay? So the Rubies inner robe, it can be approved by the 501st. I guess it also depends on the area that you're in. Like for people down here, because I believe KC Kenobi, he said he's from Kansas City. That's why you got the KC for in there. So, with areas like me, I'm up here in the Texas, okay? It gets hot, right? So the 501st, when you read it, they say, your cape needs to be wool or a wool equivalent, okay? Same thing with the inner robe, needs to be a wool or a wool equivalent. So with KC Kenobi getting that inner robe, approved by the 501st, that means that your cape, your Rubies cape, can be approved by the 501st, but it has to have the satin black lining. Okay, that satin black lining is going to make the cape thicker. It's going to make it so it's not see-through, because you're going to have double layer on it. So yes, like I said, I'm not trying to get approved by the 501st. I'm just trying to upgrade my Rubies to make it look, as best as I can get it. Now if I took the time, I could get approved by the 501st. I could convert my whole Rubies to be 501st approvable. However, like I said in my previous videos, I just do not have the time for it. I work law enforcement. I'm constantly out there, fighting the good fight. I just don't have time to troop. I wish I did, because I enjoy doing it. I mean, when something comes up where I get a phone call from that party, or that partner company that I used to do parties with, and they ask me, hey, are you available to do Batman, or are you available to do Darth Vader? If I am available to do it, I'll jump all over it, because that's something I enjoy to do. So yeah, there are times where I get suited up and I go out there and I have a blast doing it. But I'm not going to sit there and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for something I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of, if that makes sense to everybody. Now the Rubies costume, yeah, I'm saying thousands and thousands of dollars. When the Rubies costume itself, is, nowadays it's going for about $800 and up. I got mine around $600, I believe. And it's been good to me. And here and there, I'm gonna make those little changes. Another change I made, which I don't have with me, but I will probably show it in the next video, is the belt. I took the belt, I took the boxes off of it, I took the belt buckle off of it, and I put it on an actual real leather belt. And it looks great. So I will showcase that in the next video, if I remember to do that. However, I'm going to end it there, guys. Like I said, this video was mostly to showcase the gloves, the difference in them. It was never my intention to call out anybody. I enjoy trooping. I enjoy the 501st. I enjoy what you guys do. I'm not hating on anybody, none whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I've been out there with 501st stormtroopers, and they enjoy my Vader. They tell me, man, for Rubies that looks good. It's all about how you wear it and how you present it. Okay, I mean, let's face it, guys. Darth Vader, he's iconic. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have a high-end costume or a Rubies costume. Okay, the look is there. Okay, you put that Rubies helmet on. Okay, it's still Darth Vader. The costume is still Darth Vader, whether it's plastic or fiberglass. I go out there as Darth Vader, people see it right away. That's Darth Vader. Okay. Another thing that seals the deal is the MyCom sound rig. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I will spend money on this. Okay, due to the fact that my costume is the Rubies. It's not high-end. However, my voice will be high-end. They're not expecting me to sound like James Earl Jones. This MyCom sound rig does that. And I will pay all the extra money to get the custom lines done to where I can have Vader say whatever I want. And that's going to make up for the costume being not screen accurate, right? However, I don't think anybody is really going to care. I mean, you're not going to, when you're out there trooping, you're not going to have that nitpicky person that's going to come up to you, oh, sorry guys, we got cut off there. And I'm hoping this video is going to be focused in a whole lot better than my last video was. I don't know what the deal was. My camera is going in and out of focus. I'm hoping that this video won't do that. However, if it does, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go back and reshoot it. You know, I will just try my best to figure it out on my next video, what's going on with it. But like I said before we were cut off, I don't think anybody is going to come up to you and be like, oh, that cape isn't wool, or that inner robe isn't wool, you know, especially in Texas. I mean, to wear wool in Texas during the summer, you know, that's hot, you know. Even though I do wear an ice vest and everything under the costume, it still gets very hot. I had the fans in the helmet, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, you know, I do go, even though I'm not part of the 501st or anything like that, I'm not interested in being a member, I still go to the Sith Lord detachments to learn how to do certain things, you know, like the fans for the helmets. You know, I wanted to see how to do that. What's the best way of doing that? You know, I go on there on how to keep, you know, how to keep cool in the costume. You know, I went on there for voice changers. You know, I mean, I go on there to research stuff because, like I said, I'm trying to make the costume the best I can make it with what I have. Right, if that makes sense, right? I mean, all those high-end Vaders, man, y'all look great. I mean, y'all do, and I love what y'all do. But to turn around and, you know, poke fun on all the guys out there with the Rubies, oh, you know, that costume's junk. Look at it. It's thin plastic. It's sheer. It's, you know, it's this and that. I mean, it is what it is. It's a Halloween costume, you know, but it's a high-end Halloween costume. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to end this video. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode of VaderTech. And one last time, I am going to showcase the difference in these two gloves for you guys. That's it, guys. Take care.